When they found the car, it was sitting at an angle that didn't make sense. Not pulled over, not crashed, just abandoned. The engine was cold, the doors were locked, and whoever had been driving it was no longer there. By the time anyone came looking, the forest had already erased the moment. This happened on a quiet road that cuts through dense forest, a place most people only pass through, never expecting to stop. On the night she disappeared, the road doesn't look important. It bends slightly through the woods, narrow and uneven, with snow packed hard along the shoulders. White pines rise on both sides, tall and thin, their branches bare and still. At night, there are no streetlights here, no businesses, no traffic unless someone has a reason to be on this road. In February, the cold settles in early. It sharpens the air. It carries sound farther than it should. And then it goes quiet. Earlier that day, a college student left campus. She didn't tell anyone where she was going. She didn't make plans with friends. She didn't book a hotel. She packed what she needed, not more, not less, and got in her car. Before leaving, she withdrew cash from an ATM, then stopped at a liquor store. Inside, it was warm. Bright lights, rows of glass bottles, clear and heavy, filled with something that burned going down and faded just as fast. She paid and left. No one noticed anything unusual. She drove north as the sun went down. Houses became scattered. Snow reflected her headlights in dull, uneven shapes. Inside the car, the heater ran. Outside, the temperature dropped fast. There were no messages sent, no calls made. Just miles of road disappearing behind her. That night, on a rural stretch surrounded by woods, her car slid off the road and struck a snowbank. It wasn't violent. No alarms echoed through the trees. No shattered glass scattered across the pavement. The car stopped. The engine went quiet. And the road returned to stillness. She got out of the car. The cold would have been immediate, the kind that tightens your chest, stings your face. Breath turning white, snow crunching underfoot. The woods stood close, dark, unbroken. A nearby house sat far enough away to feel distant, but close enough to be real. A bus came down the road not long after. The driver stopped. He asked if she needed help. She said no. She told him help was already on the way. Her voice was calm. There was no argument, no urgency. The bus drove off. That was the last confirmed time anyone saw her. When police arrived minutes later, the car was still there. She was not. Inside the vehicle were her belongings, the alcohol she'd bought earlier, her phone. The cold had settled deeper into the night. Snow covered the ground thick, enough to show detail, every step, every shift of weight. There were no clear footprints leading away, not into the woods, not down the road. Flashlights moved slowly across the snow. Beams traced tree trunks, ditches, the edges of the road. The woods swallowed light after a few feet. If someone had gone in, there should have been signs. Broken branches, compressed snow. There weren't any. It was as if she had stepped out of the car and then stopped existing in that space. By morning, the road looked different. Snow softened, tracks blurred. Searchers came, then more. They walked the tree line. They checked the surrounding area. No answers. Winter loosened its grip. Snow melted into mud. Mud into grass. The woods stayed silent. Her backpack was found later. Personal items still inside. Her phone was never used again. No bank activity. No confirmed sightings. No explanation. People still drive that road. Most don't know what happened there. They pass through without slowing down. But the ones who do know say the same thing. At night, it feels different. Too quiet. Too close. Because disappearances like this don't feel loud. They feel erased. That college student was Maura Murray. She disappeared on a winter night in 2004. Her case remains unsolved. Some places don't give answers. They keep them buried deep in the white pines.